What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am your host, Mike Fury, and I make informative videos just like this one. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And welcome to Greedfall's best skills, attributes, and talents. I'm going to try to go ahead and cram all the information into one video. I was going to do individual videos, all like, you know, encompassing everything, but I don't really have to do all that when I could just give you guys one single video giving you guys all the information. So as far as skills is concerned, my best form of advice is to invest in what you're going to use. You could only have one one-handed weapon if you're going to be a hybrid. If you're going to focus in on one particular class, then you could only have two weapons, right? If you're going to be homeboy over here, if you're going to be a warrior, might have a one-handed and you might have a two-handed or two two-handed weapons that you could just swap in between. You could also get the firearm skill. 1 point on firearm skill will allow you to press to basically just do this. Have a actual button where you hit techniques and he'll shoot off. You could also map it, so and you could just kind of spam that a little bit, especially if it has like mine. If you're gonna also, that's another thing. Mine, obviously, I only have one bullet in the chamber, so I could only shoot it one time. But if I had more, I'd obviously be able to shoot more. Here's the thing: if you're gonna do a hybrid class as well, like I am, because I'm able to swap between gun to double-handed sword to magic. Superman punch with the shadow. Yeah, I love that thing. But yeah, Superman punch with your magic attack. If you're gonna be a hybrid class, you gotta understand you're not gonna be able to do everything. The game isn't allowed. Like, I ended the game at level 37. This character right now in this previous state is a level 35. And look how many skills I got, and I'm still not able to use and wield everything. So invest properly on what you want to do. I have the two-handed sword, which I absolutely love. I have magic, which I absolutely love. Get the hybrid skills as well will be my final point. But just know you're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to be able to wield absolutely everything in the game. So yeah, hybrid skills, get the roll, and if you're going to have magic, get Shadow Blast. And if you want to be like a paladin kind of Diablo class, get the healing one so you can heal with the shield and everything. Which is, it's good. It's just, you know, I don't want to heal anything. I want to destroy everything in my path. I want to be a Grim Reaper, right? So roll, you can have the two-handed out, then hit the combat roll, and then swap lightning dash, which is one of the essential skills for the mages, right? That's basically what it comes down to. Skills, invest properly. If you need to respec them, as you can see down at the bottom, memory crystals, you can hit it and it legit takes you back to the start. Go back if you don't want to, if you don't want to do it. You could also get a lot of skill points by exploring, which has these skill shrines. Make sure to grab those as much as possible. I think I have every single one of them in the game, and therefore you can maximize the amount of skills that you could possibly get. But yeah, definitely invest properly, and don't be afraid to use your memory crystals to respec it. I at the start started off as a full-blown mage, and then I was like, you know what, I want to do a hybrid. I want to be able to go from swinging this big sword around to shooting magic to eventually shooting people. Next up, we have attributes. Now, I'm not going to go in too much depth into attributes because I mentioned most of this back in the guide, but attributes is more or less understanding what you're getting into. So strength, agility, mental power, those are all more or less the damage types of it. Accuracy is more or less the damage type too, but these will increase your damage, and including accuracy will increase your damage depending on what weapon you're using. So strength, blunt weapons, either one-handed or two-handed. Agility, bladed weapons, either one-handed or two-handed. Mental power is for the rings. Accuracy is for guns and traps, right? Then you have endurance and you have willpower. Willpower will help you with necklaces, which increase your MPS or your HPS, or that's health points per second, or mana points or magic energy per second, however they want to cut it off. And then endurance will help you wearing armors. Now, it all depends on what you're trying to do. I wanted to be a battle mage, so I ended up with a two-handed weapon, which helped me, which is why my agility is so high. I wanted to also have a little bit of magic to me, which is why I have 3 points of mental power, and I also wanted to use guns just a little bit. I have 1 point in accuracy. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I advise to have at least 1 point in all of these because it will allow you to use certain items that are available to you. Now, at the same time, agility has 60% of the legendaries. Keep that in mind. Strength has like around another 30%, and then there's legit 3 necklaces and 1 ring that are legendary that you could possibly get in the game. Like, legit, I've gotten every single legendary equipment That's more or less what it is. I might be off by a couple of numbers, but who the hell is counting? That's what you're getting yourself into. But understanding basically, essentially, how everything works in tandem. Strength and endurance is the warrior class 1. Accuracy and agility is the rogue class 1, and then the bottom tier would be the mage class, obviously being the remainder, mental and willpower. If you want to be a magic throwing son of a gun, just throw all your points into willpower and magic, and don't even bother to look at anything else, if that's what you want to do. If you want to be a battle mage, obviously you're going to get a little bit of strength, a little bit of agility, a little bit of magical power, and then also add a little bit of endurance as well. If you want to just use guns, everything into accuracy. But just understanding accuracy needs help by agility. Those are work in tandem because you need to add fury, but you're always going to have as your character, and you won't always just use accuracy. You're going to have a one-handed weapon almost by default. You need to have a one-handed weapon, so I advise getting at least 1 point into strength as well. But yep, that's more or less attributes. Just understand what you're trying to do, and again, not afraid to respec anything if you just made a boo-boo and invested in something that you don't want. And finally, talents. Now, this is what your endgame character should look like, right? This is what your endgame character should more or less look like. 3 points into intuition. It'll allow you to not only have the best in terms of dialogue, actually using dialogue options, but it also helps you find items throughout the whole entire world, either by finding the ingredients in the wild or actually looting them off of dead bodies, and in chests as well. So definitely intuition is the must go. It is one of the best skills. Lockpicking is the best skill though. If I were to rank them, this is more or less how it would go. You maximize lockpicking first, then charisma, then intuition, then vigor, and then science and craftsmanship. In reality, you can get away with not investing in craftsmanship. I got away with it. I had it at the start, but then I respected it and took it away. It's not as good as all the other ones, definitely. Science will allow you to break these walls, which allow you to get like around certain areas and could work as shortcuts. That's actually pretty useful, but that's essentially all it does. After that, if you're not an accuracy dude, if you're not a rogue, you don't want to create traps, then you don't really need it, right? So that's why it's only at a level 1. I have charisma at level 2. Why? Because if you get a cape, the cape automatically gives you 1 point in charisma. So you never have to go past 2 charisma. Always just carry one charisma. Oops, I'm over here in the wrong buttons. But yeah, the cape gives you 1 charisma automatically. Like you're a superhero, right? Vigor. If you walk around with Siora, that's another thing. Understanding let's go back to the house. Understanding each and every single one of the bonuses that your characters get will help you decide on what talent you're gonna get, right? So check this out. I'm gonna compose a team, and it's gonna literally tell you more or less what they do, what they're good at, their skills, and etc. But it's at the relationship level where you see friendship bonus, and that's where you want. Vasco is almost a go-to for people who don't want to invest in intuition. You invest 2 in intuition, carry around Vasco, then you have all 3 slots right there, if that's what you want to do. If you go down to Kurt gives craftsman. This is the reason why I don't hang around Kurt, because I could care less about crafting anything besides maybe potions and anything like that. But you could legit use craftsman, add 1 point to craftsman, respec everything, make a bunch of potions, and then respec everything and just keep the bunch of potions. Like, it's legit something you could just cheat that way. My romance option, Siora, friendship bonus, vigor, and this is how you're gonna get around it. I'm gonna show you guys the final point of this. Afra does science, and then Petrus does charisma. Apart from having the friendship bonuses, you actually get armor bonuses as well. So each and every single armor you can actually have with an armor bonus. I needed either lockpicking or science, or I could actually get vigor as well. But I have 2 choices in my current party right now. I have the nautical outfit, and then I have the warrior native outfit as well. If you ever want to do something like that, just come over here, go onto your armor sets, and then look at upgrade, look over here. Obviously, I can't do them because I don't have crafting. This is what crafting's used for. But I could just go to New Serene. I could go back to, there's a actual armor maker or a blacksmith here that does crafting for me. So all I need to do is pay him. So yeah, have 1 point in vigor, and then have Siora as your companion that adds another point to vigor, and then have the armor set with a vigor socket on it. There are your 3 points right there. And you could do that more or less, but it's only those 3. It's only science, it's only vigor, and it's only, what is it called? Lockpicking. So you can do 1 point in lockpicking, well, actually 2 points in lockpicking, and then have the armor set, which mine does have right now, the lockpicking one needed for thieves. And there you guys have it. So that's more or less what you got to do. That's what makes craftsman also completely useless. So I could go ahead and finish this video off for you guys. The fact that this is the first city you get access to. Literally, the first city you get access to. You see that dude with the hammer right there that's popping up in the navigation? I just go right over to him. Come over here. Talk to him. Have something crafted. Let's take this, for example. I could just pay him whatever I want. Just pay him. And that's it. That's all I need to do. If I wanted to change something, like let's say it's science, I don't want to do science. I want to do vigor. I'll just swap it out. Pick the best one, which is the purple one. Swap it out. And that's it. So that's how you guys could get around with getting multiple maxed out talents. Understanding your friendship bonuses, understanding how the armor sets work, and then understanding the talents themselves. At level 35, I've only been able to get 9 points. 9 simple points. So obviously it's not very fruitful with it. You'll never be able to max all these out unless you grind intensely, which I don't recommend. But yeah, anyways, guys, that has been the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Make sure to check out the rest of the videos in terms of the guides themselves. It is nuts the amount of videos I'm going to be releasing. I'm going to give you guys how-tos, tips. This is just the second video in the long chain, and it's going to end up with my review. So if you guys want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, make sure to check out the Amazon link or the Epic Creator Code. You could buy Greedfall either through one of those 2 links, either physically or digitally. You could also check out my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Links are down in the description below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting me there. $1 a day keeps the landlord away. I'm your host, Mike Fury. It's been a complete pleasure. Until next time, Mike, off.